It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
And I look around the room, we have the world represented by many women on this program today.
Good.
As you mentioned, the Jessica twins are here. Ms. Alsman and Ms. Hooker
Hi, Alsy.
are in the building. Alsy's behind the glass over there.
I couldn't miss it. Valentine's Day edition of Dear Alli.
Yes.
And then the beautiful Alli Breen joins us, always from parts unknown.
Yes.
Where are you today, Alli?
In New York City.
Okay.
This is my apartment between two windows.
Okay, very good. Now, typically this segment of our program is done on Wednesdays.
Right.
But being
Yes. Valentine's
Day, I thought we would do it today. And am I correct in saying that you are once again going on a big vacation, Alli?
I am, yes. I'm leaving tonight for Costa Rica.
All right.
So, yeah, I was happy to do this early. It should be fun.
Yeah, have you
I'm
been?
tagging along with my sister and her kids. So,
Good.
and my boyfriend. So that's a romantic Valentine's Day for us.
How about that?
Are you going to
Hanging out with the family.
Are you going to go surfing?
Yeah, we're going to go surfing and zip lining, and every day is like a 7 a.m. activity. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, cool.
Quietly hump so your nieces and nephews don't hear you.
Thank you, Josh.
And quietly humping.
I said,
It's going to be quite the vacay.
So did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
A little bit. Yeah. I wasn't super into it, but I did catch it.
Okay.
It was good.
Which of the commercials has stuck with you, if any?
None of them were that great.
Yes. Did you see
nothing got me.
the Sopranos tribute? Did you see
That was actually pretty good, but I was hoping there was a Soprano show where she was going to be the boss.
Well,
that got me so excited for a second. And I was like, oh, it's a car commercial. It's horrible.
Okay. All right. I'm losing this fight.
Yeah.
I thought some of the commercials were great.
They weren't.
The commercials that are
all right.
Objectively bad.
No.
the commercials that are good are those commercials where they're teaching older people not to be.
those are
old.
wonderful. Not to be their parents.
Those are the best. They should have put those. in
I would
That's
agree.
the one-
Those are great.
I think that's the best running gag commercial on television right now.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
I would certainly agree with that. Now, the way this works, especially for the Valentine's Day edition, this stack o' people here will try to weigh in and help someone with their love troubles. Alli, what's our first letter?
Dear Alli, I have been married for 5 years. We never sent dirty pictures back and forth. I got a D pic from my husband yesterday telling me he can't wait to give me my Valentine's Day surprise.
How about that?
It's clearly not for me, and I got furious.
Oh.
He's claiming he was just trying to spice things up, and now I'm even more furious that he thinks I'm that stupid. I'm so mad I'm crawling out of my skin. What should I do?
Well, calm down. How do you know it wasn't for you? I think you're being
I'm with her on this. If it's
overly
never happened
paranoid.
before.
He's trying to spice things up. You know what? Divorce him and go live on the street.
Wait a second.
Go live on the street.
Go live on the street. You get nothing from me.
Josh, women have other
She
options.
says clearly it was meant for so. Is there a different name on it?
No, she's
No,
being
he was smart that he didn't do that.
overreacting.
Huh.
You have to be insufferable.
You've only been
Do
married
this guy a favor and
for
divorce
5
him.
years. Yeah, you've only been married for 5 years. I think that it was for you.
I'm
5 years.
I'm skeptical.
Out
Yeah.
of nowhere, you get a D
I'm
pic?
skeptical.
I mean,
Unless you're trying to spice it up, you should have put that in the text message.
He did. He said, "I'm trying to spice it up."
He said that after she called him out for
after
it.
she
Because he
called.
didn't expect him to be a lunatic.
Well, then give her your phone. Let it, prove it. That's right. Let me see your photo gallery. How many times do you take a picture?
Well, that's the thing with photos now. You can see who you sent them to and where they came from. So you can open a picture and it will show who you've sent that picture to and who has.
Leave him.
Where do they come from? Where do they go?
Do him a favor. Do him a favor and leave him.
Yeah.
Did I have
don't
a
know.
really
Yeah,
stupid
I think-
question? I have a
Yeah.
Was it definitely his?
That would really spice it up if it wasn't his.
Yeah, that'd be. Wait a second.
I guess this is just a lesson for everyone. If you're going to all of a sudden start sending these, maybe give a disclaimer with that.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Why ever be spontaneous in a relationship?
14
why
years,
try
if
to
I
be
got
fun
one,
and
I would
spice
be like,
things
what?
up? You're all a bunch of cynical weirdos. This lady's insane.
And I disagree, Josh.
It's what he said, too. I disagree because when he said, I can't wait to give you my Valentine's Day surprise, that sounds like something you say in like a newer relationship. After 5 years, you'd be like,
sake.
I've seen it before, right?
Okay, let's move on. Josh
exactly.
is contrary to everything today.
No, it's not true.
A joyful reunion of the cast of The Sopranos, a joyful reunion
fine with that.
of Dr. Evil. It's not good enough.
It's not 1988 where we all flip out over the Super Bowl commercials.
It's a shame.
I will say the
It's a
halftime
shame
show
you've
was good,
lost
though.
your.
That was really
It's a
good.
shame you've lost your zest for life, Josh.
Plenty of zest for actual life.
Josh, did you like the Budweiser frogs that one year?
Oh, boy. I didn't.
I did.
What about the Mean Joe with the Coca-Cola? Were you a fan of that one?
That was before my time.
What about what's up?
I didn't care for that either. Did you want to hang out with any of those guys?
No. The last thing that was was this guy's dick pic. Could we get to another level, please?
Dear Allie, I have been dating a sugar daddy for 3 years who totally takes care of me.
Oh.
He bought me a car, he pays all my bills, and he's gotten me tons of presents. But a super hot guy is now trying to get with me, and I'm pretty into it. Is it worth giving up this stability to try this hot
You know
guy
what?
out?
I'm not this day. Are all women awful? That's a terrible.
Yeah, she's a horrible person.
You're a garbage person.
Yeah, you're bad.
Which part makes her garbage?
Both.
Yeah. Man.
That she wrote in about it? That she wants to date a hot guy or that she wants to keep the money?
There's the shallowness and the.
How much of these assets can she hang on to after she dumps El Richo?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, she's like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I think most girls keep the sugar daddy and pretend they left him. I would think if she's an awful person, she would just keep both.
Right.
Yeah.
She's not terrible. She's considering feelings here, right?
Altman,
Yeah.
I mean,
Love
I've
her
decided
money.
you are insane.
I think we better move on. The
Hey, how
anger.
much money do you have to be a sugar daddy?
Oh,
Enough to support two
wow,
households.
you think you're close?
More of a splendid daddy, but
I see what you did there.
That's the comedian in the room right there.
Let's get our next letter. Once again, Alli Breen can be reached. ALLIBREEN. Alli Breen with your love troubles. What have you got, Alli?
Dear Allie, my brother just started dating my best friend, and I know for a fact that he's lying to her about other girls that he talks to. I know I'm already going to end up in the middle of this, so should I just say something now? What should I do?
You
Yikes.
are loyal to your brother and you keep your mouth shut.
Oh, really?
That's what I think.
Oh, no. Get out of it now because then it's awkward. Then the entire family ends up getting involved eventually.
Oh, no.
Like, if he's constantly cheating, just don't be with her. Like, they shouldn't be together. Easy peasy.
Let her figure it out on her own.
I don't know, man. Just because it's family,
Yeah,
he's
sorry.
the one in the wrong.
No. I
Wait,
would
so her-
still defend my brother.
I'm not dating your
She said
sister.
she knows for a fact that he's
She knows
flirting.
for a fact.
Not necessarily cheating, but flirting with other women?
Well, yeah, it sounds like he's talking to other women and telling her she's not talking to anybody. So
Gotcha.
it's not quite.
Do we
cheating,
believe this
maybe.
woman who says she knows for a fact, or is she like the first two women who are just making awful assumptions?
I think all these women are correct.
Yes.
I don't know. I think that she would know.
I don't
She
know.
is
on
going to
this
get
one.
caught in the middle.
I don't know if
Stay out of it. Move on.
Yeah.
Stay out of it. Yeah. Okay, let's get to our next letter, please. What do we got?
Dear Allie, my girlfriend called me by her ex's name during sex last night.
Fun.
We kind of laughed it off, but should I be worried he's still thinking of him while we have sex?
I
Yeah.
don't think so. It could have just been an accident.
Oof.
Unless his
it's gotta
name
be on her mind.
was
You
his
think it's
name
just-
Remington Steele?
Remy, is that Pierce Brosnan?
Oh, I thought that was the porno guy.
Oh, that's Lexington.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I don't know
Remington and Steele.
I don't know
they
my
were two
porn,
different
Josh. I'm so sorry. You had taught me that one. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Lexington Steele is definitely
is
the,
the
porn
porno
star.
dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know enough about porn to know who the big stars are in the world of.
Pierce Brosnan is one of the characters in Remington Steele.
I got you.
Oh, Josh, have you ever
He
said the
is-
wrong name?
I said the wrong name during a fight,
Oh, that's
and
almost worse.
that just served to elongate the fight or lengthen the fight. I guess.
Was it weird that you said your mom's name during the
I
fight?
think so. I think it brought out. She was worried.
How did that come up? You had to call her by name.
You know what? I didn't have to, and I chose to, and again, the wrong name came out. And I mean,
That's the same thing with sex. I don't know why people use names during sex so much. You guys call out your partner's name that often?
Not often, but I'll throw it out there every now and again.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it part of a poem or something?
It is. Yes.
How would that go, Josh?
That's right. Yes.
There once
It was a
was
soliloquy.
Once was an actress named.
Somebody back up that truck.
Yeah.
Is it just muscle memory that you just accidentally do it? And you don't realize
Honestly,
it
what
happens?
happened was we had spent all day with her family, and her sister's name was also the name of my ex. And so I think I had her sister's name on my mind.
you got a thing for her sister.
No.
Did you see her
I honestly hated her sister.
I believe that.
Yeah. And,
lot going on here.
yeah. So I was not thinking about my ex.
You hated her, but you wanted to give her what's for, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
She was like,
I find it hard to believe Josh is having a disagreement with someone because he's got it all figured out. I don't know.
Did you say she looked like Shemp from the Three Stooges?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, nice hair.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Okay, Allie, do we have another one?
Yeah, dear Allie, for Valentine's Day, my boyfriend got me very expensive lingerie, like $800 worth.
What?
He has never spent that much on anything, and I'd really rather have a new computer. I've been pouting, and he doesn't get it. It's such a waste of money, and it's really for him. What do I do?
I got this one.
And he doesn't get it.
She's being honest.
I can fix this one.
Yes.
Now, presumably the lingerie can be taken back.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Ladies,
I don't know about that either.
Can you,
I mean, if she hasn't worn it yet.
They'll examine it before they take it back.
Yeah.
So take the tags off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get the vagometer out and they take a look at it.
Is that what it's called there?
were you aware of that tool, Tom?
That's right. Yeah.
Those stores have.
Every lingerie store has
Can't
one.
take this. Sorry about that.
She's a reason.
I believe it was originally Riddy's Incorruptible vagometer.
That's exactly right.
Here's what you do. You're going to need some twine, and you're gonna rig up sort of a sleeve to hold your computer, which you are going to then have dangling from your body in such a way that it doesn't really cover anything but the area south of your boobs and north of Hare Harbor. Following me here?
Hare Harbor. It's a laptop.
How did it feel hearing your father say Hare Harbor?
That's my pop. That's my dad.
Then you walk out, with the lights dimmed, and
The lights dimmed.
Here's your lingerie.
Yeah, this is the lingerie I really
This is
wanted.
the lingerie that I really want.
Gotcha.
And then take the lingerie back and get yourself a computer.
Yeah.
$800.
The thing is, if you've worn the lingerie at all, I wonder if girls do the thing that they do with dresses where you keep the tags on. That would be horrific.
Especially for him, he'd feel like he was making love to that lady at the Grand Ole Opry.
Mini Pearl?
Hey, Minnie, for God's sake, take the price tag. Take the price tag off
on the hat.
off these crotchless panties, Minnie.
Gold.
See, and if you were really good at computers, you could probably, I'm not good enough to know this, but I assume you could put porno on the laptop.
What?
So that you'd have it. Would this work?
I don't think you have to be good at computers to put porn on.
No, open it up. Greg, you've got to have a what is it? A motion picture, a video of porno on the laptop is dangling from your
Body.
So as it's. Yeah, I guess it would work because you don't have to be plugged in. It'd be battery operated.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. See, wouldn't that be cool?
Yes, that's one way to do it. Or you could say, "Hey, honey, I really appreciate this. This is This is a lot of money you spent on lingerie. I'd like to keep my favorite, take the rest back, and I'd really love to get a new computer. Are you okay with that? Have you ever considered Talking to your husband?
But it's silly.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm so surprised the pouting didn't work. That's weird.
It always works for me.
I don't want to sound like
yeah,
an elitist.
generally it's a sure thing.
I don't know. How good of a computer can you get for $800 these days?
I was thinking the same thing.
You get a Mac.
I'm sorry, but I don't think any guy buys
Another issue.
$800 worth of lingerie. He got that for free. It fell off a truck or something. There's no
Oh, yeah.
way.
That's
There's
a ton of lingerie, isn't
That's
it?
a
Especially
lot.
if it's poor.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Especially.
Or no, if you get certain brands, you can get 1 or 2 pieces for that much money.
That's
though.
true.
I
There
mean,
are.
like
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Go to
La
bed.
Perla. Yeah,
that's
there's
got to
some
be
really high-end
that's got to
ones.
be the most money per square inch of fabric in the world.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
Hey, for $800, you think they would have sewn a
fancy lace.
crotch into that thing? They had a thread. Well, Allie, have a great time in Costa Rica. I've heard it's the best place ever. I was just
Thank you.
I was just
Yeah, I'm
talking to a
excited.
guy
I'll post
about it.
pictures.
Apparently, it's just awesome there.
Good.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm excited. 80 degrees. I'm psyched about that.
All right.
Oh, have a great time. Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to talking to you when
Thanks,
you get
guys.
back.
Happy
from the trip.
Valentine's Day.
Bye, Allie.
Do you prepare something for us every week? It's called the Warren Report. And typically we are delivered via satellite. Right now we're looking at you actually in Chick's chair.
Live in person. And Tom, this week being Valentine's Day, I thought I'd sex up the report a little bit. Today we're going to talk about the history of cash registers. Yeah,
Hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hot topic. As you mentioned, I was in Dayton, Ohio this past weekend.
Home of NCR.
NCR, National Cash Register. That's where it all started.
No kidding.
Yes, 1879. James Riddy was a bar owner in Dayton, and they were robbing him blind.
Was it a strip club? Was it the little bitty Riddy?
Oh, gosh.
Committee? I think so. Yeah, that was the group that helped him, right, to establish.
No, I think it was just a bar.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. James Riddy, his employees were stealing from him.
Okay.
And so James went on a European vacation. He booked passage on a ship, and he was on the ship, and they said he noticed a machine that was counting the revolutions of the ship's propeller system. And he thought to himself, if this machine can count these revolutions, then it could count the cash coming into his bar.
I see.
James, not a lot of fun on vacation.
No.
I don't know how he made his way down to the engine room.
Yeah, everybody else is hitting golf balls off the stern of the boat. This guy.
Yeah, we took him to Disneyland. He didn't ride any of the rides. Just, hey, how many times? You got a machine that counts how many times that roller coaster goes up and down? He thought of this on the way to Europe and did not spend one day in Europe. He just got on another ship and came home.
He was like, I've got to get on this.
Yeah, and built the first...
You would have thought he would have taken an airplane or something, man.
No, Chick, this was 1879, Chick. I don't think
All
they
right,
had...
well, it would
I
have
don't
been a
care.
slower airplane, but
Yeah, I don't care how much it costs. I think.
Chick, you're not getting this.
now, Greg,
1879.
his employees were stealing from him?
Yeah.
Apparently, Tom, I don't know if you know this, there was a German fellow who worked for him who was really stealing from him.
Yeah.
Hans Indetil?
Hans Indetil.
Yes.
You interrupted the Warren Report. Hans Indetil.
I'll take it.
Oh, I thought facts were...
Actually, I welcome it. Report may be a little
Yes.
thin
After that joke, his cousin Hans, not clapping.
Yeah. So he came back and he invented what he called Riddy's incorruptible cashier.
Oh, I love it. I wish they were still called that.
Yeah, and so I wonder if there's a guy like going around Dayton right now who's like, yeah, my granddaddy invented cash register. Your grandfather was James Riddy? No, he worked for James Riddy. His bartender. He stole him blind. My granddaddy also invented that exploding ink pack, and he invented, you know how when you go into 7-Eleven and they got that sign that says, we only have $25 in the safe? And he's also a reason you can only have, they lock up the razors at Walgreens.
Okay, all right.
His technology was stolen, of course, by the Chinese. They claim that it was invented by a guy named Cha Ching.
Yeah, no, Cha Ching invented the abacus, Tom. That was a while before that.
Sorry. Our topic, cash registers. and the history thereof. Very exciting so far. And do we have more?
Sure. Yeah. To reset, of course, James Ritty from Dayton invented the cash register.
Sure.
Known as the Ritty's incorruptible cashier.
Love it.
And I saw a model of this in Dayton at a museum. And as I mentioned, there's the old guy at the museum that knows everything about everything. It's a pretty cool museum. There's hundreds of cash registers, and the old cash registers. They're brass and stuff, and he knows all about them. And I mean, you don't ask him. Hey, can you talk to me about the? He just starts talking about the cash register. So he was talking a while ago. Hey, you got the cash register from that Pink Floyd song, Money? No, I'm out of here. I'll see you later, buddy. National Cash Register was in Dayton for a long time. That was their headquarters, and it is no longer there. And this guy is not happy about it.
Oh no!
The old muckety mucks want to play golf. They like playing golf, so they moved it to North Carolina. There's not enough golf in the winter in Dayton. And then he goes, "I'll tell you another thing. They were asleep at the wheel when the computer people came around. They didn't see the whole computer thing coming. They were asleep at the wheel, playing golf instead of thinking about the future. And IBM beat them to the punch." That's what he said. He was not happy about the whole thing.
Wow,
poor guy.
Yeah. They're in ATM machines is their main business, I think, these days.
Okay.
But anyways, so Ritty tried to sell cash registers, and he was not a very good salesman because he was running a bar. He sold it to this guy named Eckert, who kept it for a very short period of time. Then John Patterson. John Patterson is a big deal in Dayton. John Patterson founded National Cash Register.
So he's the man.
Yeah, he is the man. He was a former customer. He bought like one of the first cash registers and said, back in the day, these guys, before cash registers, nobody knew whether or not they were profitable. Honestly, businesses just didn't know. He'd be like, hey, how's business going? I don't know. A lot of people in. And a lot of merchandise going out. And the employees were just robbing these guys blind. This guy, apparently Patterson did like $50,000 in sales one year and lost a ton of money. And then he got a cash register and he made $6,000 that year.
Wow.
So they were important. And there was a bunch of companies that sold cash registers in the late 1800s, and then Patterson was like one of 3 that survived. Patterson, pretty interesting guy. He was the first guy to create a national sales organization, and he was the first guy to train his salespeople with a curriculum.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he called it. The primer is what he called it. Yeah, the sales guys were just winging it before him, and I had told you guys I was in sales,
right?
And we had sales training.
Absolutely.
It didn't really take with me. I never really. My favorite was they brought in this guy. He was a negotiation expert. They probably paid him like $25,000 to talk to us for 2 hours. So they bring this guy in, and he
was able to negotiate a higher rate, though.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I think he was. His deal was the key to negotiation is when you're sitting across from somebody, no matter what their first offer is, you have to be offended by that offer. You have to be offended. And we were adults, by the way, and we had to sit across from each other and practice the face that we would make to indicate that we were offended by that initial offer. He called it a shock face. So we're just sitting across from each other like, too much, a little too much Steiny from the Little Rascals. Dial it down. And he walked by, he was like, that's actually a good shock face. I'm like, no, I'm shocked that this is what my life has come to. I'm playing peekaboo.
We'd like to offer you $40,000.
That night. So the other one, they had this thing where like if the buyer says no, you say, oh, okay. Hey, let me ask you, what's your main problem with my idea?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and then they would tell you and be like, hey, what if I could show you a way to handle that? Would you be interested? What if I could show you a way? Here's the trick with that one. You need to be able to show them a way. Bob, what if I could show you a way to maintain 30% margin and be the price leader in the market. Would you be interested? Yeah, show me a way. No, I was just saying, like, what if I could? That would be cool. That would be cool. I'm not a magician. I sell peanut butter.
Gauge of interest, really.
Yeah. So Patterson, really took things up there, and he was a kind of a jerk. Like he was very successful, very Machiavellian. Like he was like a study in like cheap tactics. One of my favorite things that he did is. He had these thing called knockers. So he would.
Those always help sales.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Always help
Got
me.
my attention.
Yeah. No. Okay. So he basically he'd buy a competitor's cash
Knockers.
register. He'd buy.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, chick. I knew I shouldn't have led with that.
Yeah.
He'd buy a competitor's cash register, and then they would take it into their shop, and they would break it down, and they'd make it worse. Like they'd take some of the parts out, and they'd make it so it worked, but not very well. And then he would sell that cash register at this fake store that they owned. And he discount it deeply, and people would buy it, and they'd be like, "Well, these cash registers suck. They don't work very well." And the store that he sold it was called Watson's. Remember that name? Watson's was the name. Watson's was a front for National Cash Register. Watson was a guy named Thomas Watson, who was who?
Einstein.
IBM. IBM. Watson is the guy that started IBM. He was a former.
Did they name their computer that?
They did actually. Yeah, they did. It was called Watson. It was
first one that was like a room.
Yeah. It was so that's the guy that started IBM. He was a NCR sales rep, and Patterson got jealous of Watson, who was his employee, and he fired him. And when he fired him, he set fire to his desk.
Hence the term fired.
Yeah, rough guy. Patterson.
Did he move the desk outside at least?
Yeah, it was outside. It was outside. Oh. Yeah, it was quite a spectacle from what I'm. Also.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Patterson, the first direct mailer.
Oh,
yeah.
Chicks always had an interest in that.
Sends
direct mail and carnivals and yeah.
Is that right?
The rise of stand-up comedy.
Direct mail. No, he's the one. If you get all that crap, that's him. Yeah. He started that, and he was sending so much direct mail to this one store. They sent him a letter back that said, "Let up. We never done you no harm."
They felt threatened.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live with the Bob and Tom app. And be sure to tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.